Okay, so tonight, okay, if you follow me on Twitter, then you know that I had been wanting to go out and have some fun, and there was a birthday party at this club that I went to tonight. Okay, I'm gonna stop laughing. But anyway, I just got back from it, and yeah, it's 3:19 in the morning, and I was gonna tell you guys, give you, I guess a review of sorts of the party that I went to. But anyway, I need to stop laughing. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay. So starting off, um, I got a new phone, which I don't know what I did with it. Oh, it's right here. It's a sidekick, but I think I'm gonna take it back because it doesn't get YouTube. Well, it can't. It won't stream it. It'll go to the website, but it won't actually stream it. And so I wasn't able to log into Twitter or YouTube and send messages normally at first. I was having to send messages to Twitter through a text. Anyway, so it really pissed me off. But um, so I didn't, on the way going to the party, I didn't have anything to do, so I was starting to get really bored because I couldn't watch YouTube, and I was like, wow, okay, whatever. So it took like 40 minutes to get there. And I was like, okay, where are we going? And I didn't know where we were going. And they were like, oh, we have the directions and we're going to go, whatever. And so I was like, okay. So the place is in the middle of nowhere, which isn't funny at all. And I don't know why I'm laughing. I think it's just because I'm late and tonight was really funny. But yeah, I still don't know quite what I think about the evening, but it was funny. A lot of funny things happened. Um, there was an old pimp that tried to get me, which was probably a little bit my fault because I wore an extremely short dress thinking it would be the kind of clubs that I'm used to where it's people my age, and it's okay that you have a short dress because I don't know, you know, there's usually a reason to wear a short dress. But there were no young people. It was like old people, which it's fine, but it's just I didn't know that it was gonna be like that. But I ended up having fun because it was a lot of funny stuff that happened. Okay, so anyway, starting off when I first get there, like in the first 5-10 minutes, the people that are setting up asked me to go get something for them from the bar, and so I went over to go get something from the bar for them. And there's this old man in a pimp suit, old pimp, sitting at the bar, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey," because you know when it's about to happen, when you're about to get hit on, and you just kind of like, "No, please don't do it." So anyway, I was sitting there and I was like, "Hey," and he goes, "So, what's your name?" And I was like, "Tiffany," and he's like, "So, you want to come over here so I can get to know you?" And I was like, I have a man friend, which really and truly I don't, but I don't want to just go to the man and say like, you're old, I can't talk to you, I'm sorry, go away, you know. So anyway, he was like, oh, so, um, you have a man friend, that don't mean nothing. And I was like, okay, and then he goes, go to church? And I was like, yeah, thinking, what does this have to do with anything? And then he goes, what does the preacher preach about? And I was like, Jesus? And then he goes, huh, no. He teaches about the way of the world. Baby, it's the way of the world. It's the way of the world, baby. It's the way of the world. And I was like, okay. I didn't know what to do with that. What do you, between just, it doesn't matter if you have a man. Hey, baby, come up here. Let me get to know you. It's the way of the world. What does your preacher preach about? That I didn't know what to do with that, but thankfully at that point the bartender came back with the stuff that I needed. So I was like, oh, okay, thank you, sir. You have a good night. But it was just really awkward. Okay, it was strange. Yeah, I don't enjoy being hit on by people old enough to be my grandfather. It was just weird. But anyway, yeah, and then yeah, the night got even more funny because like we went to go sit down, okay, and the DJ started playing songs, but he was playing like 70s, 80s music, but it wasn't like good old school stuff. It was like weird old school stuff that you never have really heard of before. And it was this one guy in a green shirt. He's old, and they were calling him Mr. Minnesota or something like that. But okay, please tell me why he knew all the new dances he was doing. doing the stanky leg to the Isley brothers or something. It was so funny. It was just like, okay, he's the only person over the dance floor. Everybody was watching him and just and he was doing a robot to like something. It was just the whole thing was like, really, really, seriously. And yeah, it was weird. And then there was like this dude. He was like another old pimp. It was just weird. They had a lot of old pimps, but anyway, or he was an old pimp type character. I'm not gonna say he was a pimp, but he had on a pimp suit and he was selling roses. The whole thing was funny, but he I don't think was as old as I originally thought he was. His pimp suit made him look a lot older, so I have to give him credit for not being elderly, just not being young. But anyway, just the whole evening was springtime fresh. It was amazing. It was very interesting evening, but I thought I would just give you guys an update. Yeah, it was funny. So anyway, bye.